What's up there guys, GarethWilliam414 here, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new character deck profile. Today I'm bringing you Professor Crowler Deck. This is the second deck actually from the, second deck I'm bringing you from the GX series. Crowler I thought was a really cool character. He had this like comedic value going on, you know, particularly in Season 1 I think was when he was at his peak. As the season went on he became a bit weaker and weaker. But anyway, for more Yu-Gi-Oh content, character deck profiles, character deck duels, Yu-Gi-Oh openings and more, head over to my channel, and please guys don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of my future releases. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with the monsters, and no other than 3 ancient gear golems. Probably the worst impression of Crowler there, but you know. So, he's an 8-star monster, 3000 attack and 3000 defense. You know, this guy's awesome. He's got piercing. It's Crowler's like go-to monster. This whole deck is pretty much made around getting this monster out, and it's just awesome. I've always loved this monster. Next up, we have 3 ancient gear beasts. It is a 6-star monster, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. Let's have a look. The effects of your opponent's effect monster that this monster destroys as a result of battle are negated. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. So that is pretty awesome. Next up, we have 1 copy of Ancient Gear Engineer. He's a 5-star monster, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. Let's have a look. His effect is negate the effect of any trap card that targets this card and destroy that trap card. If this card attacks, your opponent can't activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. When this card attacks, destroy 1 spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field and at the end of the damage step. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, I think the majority of Crowler's monsters deny the activation of spell and traps, which is, you know, a massive thing, especially in character decks. So let's move on to his next 3. We have 3 Ancient Gear Soldier, 4-star monster, 1300 attack and 1300 defense. Then we've got 3 Ancient Gears. So it's a little baby monster, 2-star monster, 100 attack, 800 defense. The effect is when an ancient gear is face up on your side of the field, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position. So you're just trying to get as many of these as you can on the field so you can bring out your more powerful monsters. So I think, yeah, this is his last Ancient Gear monster. So it's Ancient Gear Cannon, 2-star monster, 500 attack, 500 defense. By attributing this card, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points, and then neither player can activate trap cards during the battle phase of this turn. So that's pretty awesome. Next up, we have Emez the Infinity, and his final monsters are 2 Trojan Horse. So it's basically Kaiser Seahorse, but for Earth monsters, so it's another easy way of getting the Ancient Gear Golem out. Right, so onto his spells then. I run 2 Ancient Gear Castle. So, each face-up Ancient Gear monster gains 300 attack. Each time a monster is normal summoned or set, put 1 counter on this card. If you tribute summon an Ancient Gear monster, you can substitute this card for a tributes if the number of counters is equal or greater than the number of the required tributes. That's pretty cool. Next up we have Ancient Gear Drill. I think he used this one against Chumley, if I remember right. So you activate only by discarding 1 card from your hand while a face-up Ancient Gear monster is on your side of the field. Select 1 spell card from your deck, set it on your side of the field. You cannot use that spell card this turn, which is cool. Then we've got 2 copies of Ancient Gear Tank. Equipped only to an Ancient Gear monster, it gains 600 attack. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, inflicts 600 damage to your opponent, which is really cool. Then I've got 2 Ancient Gear Workshops. Add 1 Ancient Gear monster from your graveyard to your hand, so, you know, self-explanatory there, pretty cool card. Next, I have a copy of Ancient Gear Factory. So you select 1 monster in your hand that includes Ancient Gear in its card name. You show that monster to your opponent. Remove from play cards in your graveyard that include Ancient Gear in their card names, whose total levels are equal to double the selected cards. You don't have to tribute when you normal summon the selected card this turn. What a mouthful, but a cool card nonetheless. Next up, I have this really cool card. I love this card. Ancient Gear Fist. Equipped only to an Ancient Gear monster, destroy any monster that battles with it at the end of the damage step. So that's, a really, really cool card. His final Ancient Gear card is Ancient Gear Explosive. I think, if I remember rightly, he used this when he was in that duel with Pegasus. So target one face-up Ancient Gear monster on your side of the field. When you activate this card, destroy the targeted monster and inflict damage equal to half its original attack to your opponent, which can be quite devastating. Next up, I have Spell Gear. Then I've got Magnet Circle level 2, Limiter Removal, Confiscation. You pay 1,000 life points, look at your opponent's hand, select one card among them and discard it to the graveyard, which is Crowler all over, especially in Season 1. Then we've got Heavy Storm, Premature Burial, Polymerization, Pot of Greed, and his final spell card is Graceful Charity. So let's move on to his traps. We're going to start with 2 Statue of the Wicked. I remember he used this against Jaden. So when this face down card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 Wicked token in attack or defense position on either side of the field. So he played 2 of these, then he used Heavy Storm, which gave him the 2 tokens, then he summoned for his Ancient Gear Golem, which is precisely the way you're looking at using this card in his deck. Next up, I've got 2 copies of Damage Condenser. When you take battle damage, discard 1 card, special summon 1 monster from your deck with attack less than or equal to the battle damage you took in face attack position. His final 2 trap cards, I run 2 copies of Zero Gravity. Change the battle position of all face-up monsters at you and your opponent's side of the field, which is cool. So his final monster is a fusion monster, and it is the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, and this guy is so cool. I don't know if you can see that there, a little bit of light. But yeah, this guy is huge. Let's have a look. He's got 4,400 attack and 3,400 defense. He's got a really cool effect as well. So let's see, the text is quite small, so let's see if we can get this on the camera here. Let's have a look. This monster cannot be special summoned except by fusion summon during the battle between this attacking. So it's got piercing, like Ancient Gear Golem does. If this card attacks your opponent, cannot activate spell or trap cards like normal. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your graveyard, ignore the summoning conditions. So that is awesome. So even if this card, you're unlucky enough to lose it, you're going to get an Ancient Gear Golem back to the field. So that is it for my Professor Crowler deck profile there, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I haven't seen many, or if any, profiles on his deck at all online. So don't forget, like I said, to like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all my future content, guys. And until next time, take care.